Discretion is advised.
Happy Monday, you are listening and or watching PWNCAST. This is episode 137, and we are in patch 7.1. Tonight, we are going to be talking about Legion Season 1 PvP is coming to a close. Mischief the Fell Kitty is causing a huge cute overload all over Azeroth. Later, we are going to be sitting down with Double Agent, aka Johnny, the factionless Panda. He's going to give us all the news that we've been missing from the Wandering Isle, and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
You have crossed into the world of the dead in search of answers.
Amongst the Azeroth elite, there is a group that defies convention. A group that stands in the face of trolls and doesn't flinch. A group that strives on unity, trust, and unwavering resolve. A group that eats tacos. For the players, by the players, we bring you. She can start a revolt with a Chaos Bolt, Bell, the PWNCAST Vanguard. The wolves whose howl can signal death's coming, Lycan. Snap back and get faster for the pet battle Grandmaster, Gemma Banks. He's sharp as a dagger with that dapper swagger, Secret Sauce. We bow to no one. We are Legion. We are PWNCAST.
Welcome back. It is that time again. I'm not going to leave these guys muted for long because, I mean, look at their faces. How could you leave them muted? I can't imagine why anybody would not want to hear their sweet voices. Just kidding, because I totally don't want to hear their sweet voices, but I'm going to anyway because that's how I do. Just kidding. You guys are now unmuted, but I did...
That's good because I said something really bad. And
that's mean.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Well, I did bring the Riders of Rohan with me. I did bring the Death Knight who's moonlighting as a coffee house poet, Lycan.
Would you like a preview of some of this?
Some of what?
My Air Jordans cost $100 with tax. My suede starter jacket says Raiders on the back. I'm styling, smiling, looking real mean. Because it ain't about being heard. It's just about being seen.
Did you just write that?
I gotta give it up. That is by Reg Gaines in '94 called "Please Don't Take My Air Jordans."
Oh my gosh! Is that Jim's brother? Because I feel like he's a distant relation. Well, I'm digging the shirt collar vibe, and you got your little scene going on in the back. I'm digging it.
It's not right cold in my house. It's the only reason I got a turtleneck on.
Yeah. Well, does that extra little half inch of stuff help you?
I mean, I can pull my shirt off if you want.
We're okay. We're good. We moving awkwardly along. That's
going with the adult, rating from last week. I figured we'd just move on.
Yeah,
to this.
PWNCAST After Dark is definitely where the shirtless things belong. Where my eyes are not in any visuals of that. No offense. It did bring the monk who finally used Zen Pilgrimage to return to us from his tidings in Vegas. We don't want to know what happened in Vegas because what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, Gemma Banks, but welcome back.
Yeah. Thank you. It hurt a lot to miss the show. I watched it eating breakfast in bed in my hotel. I was very excited to see how the show went, and you guys did excellent.
You did.
And let me just break out the S on the chest because I'm home, right?
Oh, geez.
Did you wear that in Vegas?
I didn't. Because it's extra medium, it's kind of I've been working out, so it doesn't fit as much as it really does. So it's more of a, but
it's more like a medium.
I'll never miss another show.
Working out, is that code for you've been eating a lot of food?
Crutch.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But for the 4 people that really missed me on the episode, thank you.
Flashback to when I tweeted that it was the best show we ever had, and Gemma thought I was serious, and I was like, just kidding.
No, I knew she wasn't serious, but it was like kind of in the back of my mind. I'm like, if it was a really good show and I wasn't there, and I was like, at that particular moment, I didn't have time to watch the episode, so she definitely was doing a good job trolling me while I was on vacation.
Sometimes they get a little big-headed, and it's my job to just knock them down a peg, so that they're in the same... Like, we all the same.
Same category.
Yeah,
pretty
absolutely.
Much. I did also bring the priest, who is a one-man dispel show for Raid Secret Sauce.
I mean, it's what I do. I'm not a fantastic healer, but I make sure everybody else is alive for that matter. But no, it was fun. Rating every day that I can. Even tomorrow.
I don't like rating, but dispels are important. FYI, and all the things, no matter what, just dispel, just do it. Just stop being a baby and just do it. So let's get moving right along, because we have a lot coming up, especially with sitting down with Johnny. Want to make sure we have enough time for that. So Legion Season 1 for PvP is ending December 13th. Season 2 will begin right after that. Now
on Tuesday.
Right. Now, a lot of people are thinking like me, which does this mean patch 7.1.5? Now, in the tweet, when they talked about it, he said, we don't want the PvP seasons to go in conjunction with the patch, right? However, I think that they're talking about future. I'm still going to bank that with the developer Q&A that's happening on Wednesday, I have a feeling that they're going to announce the patch release date, and I'm going to be honest and say that I do have a feeling that the patch might be coming on the 13th. I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. But I feel like even though they kind of went out of their way to tweet that, which was kind of weird. Mm-hmm. I think maybe they were referring to like 7.2, maybe. It just seems like it all kind of lines up around the same. We've been in PTR for a month now. For a small patch that should be more than enough with all the tweaks that they're doing. So it's a possibility. We'll know more if anything's announced at the Q&A, which.
And we got to get started early. We got our 23-something wins. We got to get the undefeated homie Hots, and we got to get some 100-win mounts. Season 2, baby.
Because you're undefeated in your 4 matches, right? Undefeated. Got you.
No, we were at least like 8 matches, but yeah.
Now that's a better undefeated record, right? That's a better undefeated record.
Is that one sitting, or is that like you guys only?
No, it was because like Hots and I were literally.
It was 8 for the whole week.
No, that was like a span of 3 weeks. Like Hots and I were really
That's what
just
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's super freaking amazing.
I guess.
The prestige cap is being raised from 2 to 4, which is great for those of you that are prestiging. Keep in mind, when you prestige, you do not lose your talents, so you can feel free to prestige at will, so that you can get you have to prestige and there's a quest line that you have to complete, and you'll get your first set of that artifact appearance for the PvP
cool.
row. So
let me ask you that too, since that's on the same topic. If you prestige, and let's say you're prestige level 1, which is what I got, I'm like halfway through level 1. Now, when they redo the reset, are we going to start back off at 0 again, or do we stay at 1?
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So it just carries over. So I don't have to go back and grind out that whole first one again.
No, that would be awful. I would set shit on fire if they did that.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was a patch or a season-related thing.
Yeah,
where it's okay, get the 1 to 2 through
I
season 1.
I need to get confirmation, but I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'll make sure I confirm
would
just to be safe, but I don't think so.
Yeah.
It would suck.
But if you prestige, did you already do the quest line that you need to be able to get your artifact appearance?
No, I haven't gotten to prestige level 2 yet.
Oh yeah.
So I went through.
I'm
I got through the first set, prestige ones, and I'm halfway through the second time.
Cool.
So it's fun. Gets a lot of artifact power.
I bet.
So make sure faction changes. Wait till you get your rewards before you faction change, just so that there's no issues. Just wait. Wait for that to be a thing. So, because that would really be crappy. Stuff's happened. So just try to. I avoid server transfers and faction changes anytime PvP season changes, just to avoid anything happening with rewards. So just kind of something to note. And in light of that, we did talk about the developer Q&A. It is going to be Wednesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard or Pacific Standard Time. It is going to be twitch.tv/Warcraft. The developer is going to be answering questions. And, Ian has done more developer. This must be a new approach that they're doing with the community where, we're information seekers, right? We want to seek that information. And I wonder, I'm excited that they've kind of changed gears where now we're getting more Q&As.
I mean, it's good though. I mean,
a lot of them seem redundant, but
but it's redundant to the point where they probably do 80% of stuff that we already know, where the extra 20 is like what they keep us entertained with.
Well, and it's important for people that data mine like Wowhead to have a Q&A so that we can clarify things that are pulled in data mine just to make sure that it's the right information. So that probably has a lot to do with it, because they always say, beware of data mining, because data mining isn't always correct, and there's a lot of crap that's
Right.
put in there that never comes to fruition. They just leave it there, and it never the mount that you get for the Panda time walking in 7.1.5, that's been in their system for years, and they never did anything with it. Now they're doing something with it, so
Right.
you just want to be super careful of all of that. So. And then 7.1.5 updates. There isn't much. There's a lot, but it's not enough for it to be important. So there is one that I did want to talk about, which is the artifact knowledge catch-up mechanic for alts that's being implemented, which is fucking amazing.
Please.
So it's called the Compendium catch-up? Question mark, spell check, make sure I said it wrong, right?
said it right.
I'm sure somebody will tell me. There are 4 of them, which each provides a different level of advancement. They're bind on account, ladies and gentlemen. So we don't really know a whole lot about them outside of you can buy them with order hall resources.
Right.
They are account bound, so you can send them to your alts. But the tooltip is a little bit weird, and because I don't know if they just haven't addressed it or fixed it or whatever. I need to go in there myself and PTR and see what this is all about, which for my PTR video that I'm going to be putting together this week, I'll have that in there. But there's 4 different volumes. Well, no, there's a lot of volumes actually, but the way that they go is like up to Artifact Knowledge 5. Then there's one that goes up to Artifact Knowledge 10. Then there's one that goes up to Artifact Knowledge 15. And then one that goes up to Artifact Knowledge 20. I am so excited for this because I'm on this alt kick right now, right? Like I'm grinding and I want to be able to buy this stuff if I can farm order hall resources. I have one tune that I don't really do anything on right now. So she's just kind of like my farmer for order hall resources, which that's pretty awesome that I can buy them with. Kind of similar to when you would buy stuff in your garrison with resources and, send the mats and stuff. So that's probably the most exciting thing to come out
And
of
those
PTR.
can only be used when you're 110, right? Or can you access them at 100?
No, you would need to because you don't have... It would be... I would imagine it would be... Because you don't... Until you're 110, you don't unlock the ability to do research,
Right,
yes?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I would think you would have to be 110 before you could do...
Makes sense, though.
That's so awesome, though.
That's a ton of resources. And how much do those cost?
So for like volume... Like for this image here for volume 1 and 2, it's
one.
1,000 resources.
For the 5? 1 through 5?
No, for just the 1 through 2, first volumes 1 and volumes 2 will allow you to reach artifact knowledge level 10 when used in conjunction with all unused artifact research documents. Not usable if the pupil has already researched 10 or more of the artifact research documents. So you use it with... Not really sure how that works. I'm going to go in PTR and I'm going to test it so that I can make sure that I get some accurate knowledge
I'm
of
assuming
it.
it's going to be on an alt that hasn't gained that much artifact research. So like...
Well, yeah, you would want to do it on like a freshly maxed tune.
100, 110, yeah.
Then you can go in there and just buff that out. Like right now I'm working on my hunter and she's only at research level 2. So
Yeah.
this would be really nice to just...
I mean, I know I have a ton of order resources because I have the World Quest guy that I have a bodyguard, and he gets 100. What is it? 100 resources for every single World Quest I do, and I'm just sitting there banking them up, doing nothing with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well,
I've got
even
all the gear
for-
out of it.
Even for multi-specking, those that are tanking and healing,
Yeah.
like how... I love that they're thinking... I know that we say that they're making things too easy, but I think this was needed because
Oh,
I'm
absolutely.
doing this artifact thing on 3 different alts, and it is very disheartening because you're like, damn, like it took me all this time just to get where I'm at with Belle, and now I gotta, like, I'm not saying I don't have time to burn, but it is nice because like the 2 tunes I've maxed out, my healer and my hunter, I want to be able to raid with those guys, and I can't. I need my research so that I can acquire the artifact power quicker so that I can be able to do that. So I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know why you're shaking your head. First of all, I was doing amazing DPS as a hunter the other day, and I wasn't even paying attention because I was having mental breakdowns over my child. So I got to tell you that I did pretty freaking amazing, and I wasn't even really trying.
Would have been at 100%, then I could expect.
Yeah,
a
I
lot
probably
more out
would
of
have been top of the meters because Marksman is just in an amazing place right now, and I kind of understand the way to play. Like, it's very similar to the Warlock in my understanding. Not the gameplay, but the hunter...
Range, the concept,
Yeah,
right?
Marksman just kind of speaks to me. So
Let the comments rain.
it's so good. Oh, it's so good.
I had a lot of fun on mine
And
as
I
well.
forget that I can move and pew pew, right? Like I'll sit there like a turret because I'm totally used to that, and then I'm like, oh, the tank's moving the boss. Wait, I can move too. I don't have to stop casting.
Oh wait, I died because I didn't move.
Well, I got, when we did time, we'll talk about that in our week and wow, but I got every single stun mechanic in that run that was possible. I was in it, standing in it, and dying to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Super true.
guys, it just is what
Not
it is.
bad.
But get excited about 7.1 when it comes to your alts, 0.5, because that is just going to really, I'm so excited about that. And the cool thing is, pro tip, if you get Blood of Sargeras like me, I don't really use them. I went from 0 order hall resources to 20,000 order hall resources in a span of as long as it took me to keep clicking and selling my Blood of Sargeras for my order hall resources at the vendor. So I literally, that's how I got my last thing on my order hall. The final upgrade was I didn't have any order hall resources, and I wanted to get it started now because it's like a 14-day, it's like a 14-day research. I use my Blood of Sargeras. So leverage a tune that you don't use your Blood of Sargeras on because they're not bind on account. You can't send them. So like Bell, I don't use them on Bell. I wish
they were. Oh my gosh.
They really should, but but I don't use them on Bell. So because I don't use them on Bell, I use them to buy order resources on her, which means now I can.
I mean, they had an idea what they were going to do with them anyways. So
for sure. So take
Well, now I know what I'm doing with my Blood of Sargeras. Thank you.
See, this is why you watch the show, right?
This is why I watch the show.
Mischief the Fell Kitty is up, available for purchase. It's $10 American. I don't know what it's like for everybody in other countries.
It's American.
It's Make-A-Wish Foundation is where the proceeds go. It's good until December 31st. So make sure you go and buy one. Now, also, they have a plush Fell Kitty that's like $25 on the gear store. My only gripe...
Does that come with the pet, though?
No, not that to my knowledge. We did look into that when Remedy was buying his, but I don't think it did. However, my only gripe is that it's a lighter gray. It's like super light gray versus I would like to have the version that's in game, which is really dark.
Right.
So
more of a
this
pastel.
community is so hypnotized, like just even with the pet itself.
Yeah, well, because
then,
like, the
this
kitty
plushie
is just adorable, but the plushie to me is a little bit crappy because it's lighter. I would like to not see it because to me, it's very reminiscent of the Frostwolf pup, right? I need a little contrast in color, and the in-game kitty's perfect. To me, the fell eyes don't make any sense on the color that they have for the plushie. It needs to be darker to contrast that lime green of the fell. If they mimicked in-game, I would have totally bought it, but I'm not buying that plushie. But those of you that are collectors, please, by all means, go buy your collections, buy your plushies, buy them for your kids, stocking stuffers for Christmas. I mean... Yeah,
it actually does, like, I just pulled it up, sorry, but, because I haven't looked at it. I bought the in-game pet, and I hadn't gone to the...
You did?
I sure did. I made sure I bought it.
It's a great cause. Make-A-Wish Foundation does so much great work.
I mean,
I used to work at a children's hospital, and I personally witnessed these people come in and just brighten the face of a kid that has like terminal cancer. Go buy the thing. It's $10. And people sit there and look at you and go, "Oh, you bought that pet on the pet store." They'll never say that about the Fell Kitty or the goat from Argus thing that Argy that we did last. These are the ones that people look and say, "Oh, that was pretty cool."
Well, let's give one away then.
Oh, are you? Are we? Is there a thing?
I'll randomly. Yeah, you guys inspired me. Just everyone who's watching, if you're not on the YouTube channel, come to the YouTube channel. Just leave a comment. Try not to talk about it like it's a giveaway. Basically, any comment, and next show we'll announce the winner. We'll just pick the YouTube name, and so come back next week, and I'll say who won.
Okay, Gemma.
You're awfully money bags today.
Make-A-Wish. Oh, I'm so broke from my vacations.
Did you hit it big in Vegas?
That's because it's Vegas. There's hookers. I mean, he was calling them 1-800 numbers on those cards they give out.
I was calling them baseball cards, and my one friend kept like denying them, and this other guy's like, "Be a man," and he's like, because they're just handing those cards out. But just leave a comment. We'll pick a winner. We'll announce it next week, and in your comment, remember, you don't have to say anything about the giveaway. Maybe we can keep it a secret so there's less chances to win. But just leave a comment. And
who doesn't like free shit, guys?
Right.
Free stuff supports a cause. If I had one Make-A-Wish wish, you already know what I would wish for.
But
well, those of you, let's leave this a mystery. That is one of my items. Yes. For those of you who really know me, I want you to comment on the show or send me an email. Tell me what you think I would wish for if I got to make a wish. And let's see who really knows the deepest, darkest desires of my heart. Hopefully somebody gets it right. I have a feeling I already know who would get it right, but I want to hear from you guys. I want to know how much you guys know me. So comments on the show, send me an email, tweet to me at Belle of PWNCAST, and take a wild guess as to what I would guess.
I was worried I was going to get struck by lightning. I was like, does she want Jim to die? Or
That's been on my list a time or two, I'm not going to lie.
Right?
Also, Nazek the Fiend is the world boss that's going to be up by the time you guys listen or watch this. The location's going to be in Suramar, which is nice to see a world boss in Suramar. It does drop 860 gear. Also an arcane relic, an 860 arcane relic. And I think there's one other relic, but I know for sure that there's an arcane relic. So make sure you guys go get your kill, go do stuff, do the things, be all the things, and the cha-chas. So that's pretty much it for the news. I have been holding off on my PTR on what's coming in 7.1.5 because there's so much information still coming out. I want to be as close to the drop of PTR, to make sure you guys are getting the up-to-date knowledge. But this week I am going to sit down and start hammering out the stuff in the video and in my guide so that everybody knows what they need to be prepared. So look for that soon.
Did we mention that PTR was ending soon?
What?
Did we mention PTR was ending soon?
Did they post?
I believe they did.
I didn't see an ending of PTR.
That might be just speculation, but I believe that they said the PTR was ending soon.
This is news to all of us.
Guys, don't fight on the show.
Well, I looked at the latest news right before I called everybody. I'm pretty sure I didn't see anything about, but my theory is that 7.1.5 is going to drop on the 13th or shortly there, like maybe the week after. But I do feel like that's because they did throw up Nighthold testing as well, and Nighthold's not even, I don't know that it's attached to a patch, but I know that it'll be live January. So mid-January, actually. I didn't get a chance to get in there and do testing because I was just out of commission when the testing was happening in PTR. I'm kind of sad about it, but
don't quote me on it, but I believe I read this somewhere, but don't quote me on it.
Yeah, I didn't see it anywhere official, so I'll see what I can dig up in that avenue. So let's talk about some lore with Lycan. What do you got for us today?
With the incoming 7.1.5, which will lead us into more Suramar quests. Also, we have this whole other thing that we're doing with the Illidan and getting them soul fragments and whatnots to go to 7.2, which I believe is when Argus is going to drop. There were some questions on why, how we're going to get there and how we're actually going to move to it. So if you haven't read the book, I apologize. There's going to be some major spoilers coming out of the book Illidan that was dropped right before Legion. It's a great book. Please, even if you do listen to this part of the lore segment, you don't just skip through it. Go out, get yourself a copy of the book. It's available in hard copy, soft copy, I believe also on PDF.
Is that the one with him on the cover of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what's great about it is that there's a lot of things that when we went and did Burning Legion, it was all about Illidan. We're chasing Illidan, but there's a lot of times where he just completely disappeared out of the storyline, and nobody knows what he did in the background. So apparently, when he went to the Burning Crusade, or into Draenor rather, it was him that actually sealed the Dark Portal after he failed to destroy the Lich King. He was sent to kill the Lich King because the Lich King was defiant, kill Jaden. Kill Jaden was pissed, sent Illidan. Now, there is one thing that people always say about Illidan, which drives me crazy. His title is Illidan the Betrayer. A lot of people say that title is because he betrayed the Night Elves. I 100% disagree with that. The title of the Betrayer is more fitting because if you look at what he did, he betrayed the Burning Legion.
Right.
He was back here during the War of the Ancients with Malfurion, with Tyrande, with Brox, and you got, was it Ronan that was back here? You got all these guys back here and they were fighting. They were trying to get this taken care of and trying to get this shut down. And it was Illidan that decided to join the Burning Legion to work from the inside out as a with Johnny on the show, as a double agent, So you go through the book, you learn about Maiev and how she's chasing him down and she's trying to find out. We learn a lot about Magtheridon, and then a lot of this actually will lead up to where we're going with the Illidan story. Magtheridon was used to use his blood to produce the Fellworks. Those are those big red ones that are inside the Hellfire Citadel. You learn a lot about the demon hunters as well, because we know that the Illidari were there. These were when they were first introduced. Were back in Burning Crusade when you had the Illidari. The demon hunters actually would devour the heart of their first kill. So they would kill a demon. They would go through this nasty ritual, and once they were done, they would devour the heart. And when they devoured the heart of that demon would sit in the back of their head and just will continuously torment them and whisper them. So all the demon hunters out there, the reason they're able to control these powers is because they have the soul or the power of them inside them. Now, it all culminates up to this one big battle, which is up at the throne of Kil'jaeden, which if you go to Outland, you come through the portal, it's up on the right-hand side. As you go way up over top of the mountain, there's that big fell area up there. It's called the throne of Kil'jaeden. He decided that that's where he was going to set up a big portal. As he gets up there, he tricked Maiev to bring her army, plus the army of the Broken and some of the other natives of Outland to follow up there. While they're doing that, and he also brought his own Fellworks, mind you, to do the same thing, he was able to open this portal. And the first portal that he opened was up to Nathrezah. Now, for those who don't know who Nathrezah is, from the Nathrezim, which are the big dreadlords.
Right.
So we keep killing Archimonde. We've killed Kil'jaeden. We've killed Archimonde again. Now we're going to be killing Kil'jaeden once again in the Tomb of Sargeras. And the reason we're able to do this is because they're able to regenerate themselves, because once they are killed here, they just go back to the Twisting Nether and they come back a second time. Same thing happened with Xavius. He died. He was fell corrupted. He was a demon. He goes back to the Twisting Nether, comes back right away. When he killed all those up and basically just decimated Nathrezah, and when he went in there and killed all these Nathrezim, they died there. They're done. It is so closely tied with the Twisting Nether that once they're killed on that planet, they're dead. What was he looking for? He was looking for a particular thing called the Seal of Argus. Now, what this Seal of Argus does is basically a compass that points the way to Argus. So he goes in there, kills him. When he went back, he actually closed the portal. When he closed that portal so abruptly, Nathrezah was destroyed. There are no more dreadlords. The dreadlords that we have here are here. Yeah. And until we actually kill them in a plane tied to the Twisting Nether, they're the only ones left. We're not going to get any more dreadlords. So they're closing up this whole Burning Legion storyline that we've been talking to for such a long time. The reason he needed the Seal of Argus is he comes back, he goes back to the Black Temple, and he does this transformation. Basically, he rips his soul from his own body, and he's able to travel. The neat thing about this is as he's traveling through, he has to stop at all these other worlds on his way there. He describes every little things about each one of these worlds until he actually gets to Argus. He got there, he knew the way, so he knows how to get there permanently. There is a neat little tidbit in there that a lot of people have read over when I've talked to other people about lore about this. There's a little voice in his head, and we're not sure whether it's a demon that he devoured to make himself, more powerful, or if it was some people, as I think it is, something reached out to him maybe from the light,
right,
from the Naru. It said, you might want to leave, because if he was killed there, his body would have been severed from his soul and he would have been just a lifeless husk. But they said, hey, get the hell out of here before you get caught. Kil'jaeden almost caught him. He got back. When he finished that, he was able to actually open a physical portal to Argus. He sent a ton of demon hunters already into Argus, and they have been there since BC.
Wow.
Now, it's a little bit of a retcon.
That's pretty crazy. That's like far out there, too. That's like...
Right, and a lot of people saying, well, they're just going to pick up the Exodar and take it to there. Well, they can't.
Right.
Because the Exodar itself is a ship that went to Outland and it crashed onto Azeroth. Right. So it's not going back to. So I think when we go through these whole portals that we're getting these little soul fragments, keep collecting them. I know we need like some crazy number, like 80 of them, to go and progress through this quest line.
That quest line is stupid.
Yeah, and you can only get 10 a week. And I've fallen so far behind on it that I'm going to be so far away from it.
I've gotten 60 this week that I can't have.
Oh, because you've already collected too many.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'd like to see it. What I honestly think is going to happen is we're going to end up finding Illidan. Illidan's going to be the guy to allow us to go back to Argus. I really hope they don't tie it into the quest line, that you have to finish that quest to get to Argus.
Yeah,
But I could see that happening. But I really, if they do, maybe some type of catch-up mechanic will be put into place for allow us to do that. But it's still some time away. I mean, we're still looking at 7.2 for Argus to occur. So we're looking at at least 7.2. But we're looking at something far away. Get your quest done and make sure you do it, though.
Yeah. Hey, Lycan, that quest line, the soul one that you're talking about right now, is that connected to the artifact weapon? Yeah, right?
Well, you have that Naru that you have in your order hall. Remember when you went there?
Right.
That's what it's connected to. It's not directly tied to the artifact weapons, but it's like that side quest that
that's going to be my question about, so the corrupted essences from Emerald Nightmare, that was part of your just the order hall, right? Or was that part of your artifact?
That is an artifact skin only.
Okay, then.
The corrupted essences, we were collecting those out of Emerald Nightmare. That is something, and this is where a lot of people are upset because you can't get them out of LFR. You have to do either through.
Right.
Is that the balance of power that you need? That's one of the things that triggers that quest, right? Because we were talking about that the other day, where me and Remedy were trying to figure out how to get the quest in your order hall, but it procs from completing that because it's all part of that.
Yes, it's all
the balance
connected.
of power, right? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the one that you get out of there because that is only going to be tied to any type of artifact skin. That's why they're not doing it with the LFR, and that's people got really upset about that. But that has nothing.
That's kind of a shame too, though, because again,
not really.
Well, yes and no, because we know some people play the game.
Why did somebody tell me that you could get it out of LFR?
You cannot. I don't know.
Are you sure?
Out of LFR.
Positive, because it in the same way that like the Elite PvP gear for Season 1. If you haven't
I
seen
knew that,
Elite
but somebody
PvP
told
gear,
me that they were getting them out of LFR.
I have.
That must have been a bug because I've run LFR.
Unless they hot fixed it recently.
Maybe.
Yeah,
because it's just like the Elite PvP gear. If you don't get that for getting your rating at 2,000, and at the end of the season they sell it to everybody, it's really not fair to all those people that put the work in to get to the rating 2,000. I mean, I would have liked it, but I'm not going to put that type of work into it.
For sure.
That's just not for me.
We hijacked your segment of things that have nothing to do with your segment.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
But, when we look at this and we're going through with the rest of the Illidan quest, make sure you keep up with them because I'm not 100% sure we're going to need that, at least on one character, to go to Argus. Because I believe that he's going to be the one that we're end up probably going to either go back to BC or some type of instance through the Black Temple to go to Argus. Because I believe that's the only place. There's only a few places in the universe that can create that portal to there. In the original Seal of Argus, the original trip that he made there was at the Black Temple. He was able to pull all the ley lines from Azeroth into that area to create that portal. So definitely something to look into. A lot of things have happened in the Black Temple, including opening up the other portals from Ner'zhul when he was there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where he opened up all the portals. That's why they all attacked. Outland, and it got crazy like that, and that's when they destroyed it. But yeah,
sounds good though. I mean, she's having a good time.
I was amusing myself 100%.
You sure did.
Yeah. Sorry, not as fun as last week, but I am working something special.
Well, I think sometimes they need to be, I don't know, funning that up might have taken away from its importance, so I feel like it was a good idea. Good.
I'd like to see more of this happen. We're going to get a lot more Illidan stuff, obviously, coming through.
For sure. We're not even close to being done.
No.
Good poetry reading, Lycan. Let's give him a round of applause.
Is that what they do? They snap?
I think so.
Is that like the bend and snap, or no? It's not the same.
It's more like the subtle one that I can't snap, so it don't matter.
Got
you
it.
Can't snap.
My fingers are too long, dude. Look at my fingers. It goes over.
You learn something every day.
Jimma, what do you got for us in the pet battling world?
I got a comment about your fingers being long, but I'll be nice. Go ahead.
I know.
Be appropriate. Is the Fel Kitten worth buying
for pet battling
based on skills and ability? Almost everyone in the world of Warcraft is just amazed by how cute this pet is, right? Pet battling ain't cute, okay? It's real life. It is a good pet, of course. Make-A-Wish Foundation, it's always a good cause. It's not very expensive. Visually, it looks great. But can it battle? We were guessing a couple weeks ago what type of pet is it going to be. I guess undead or magic. Jimmo was wrong. It's a beast pet. So
Is it
beast
really?
pets, yeah, it's a beast, and the other cats are too, like the feline familiar. I always mess it up. The Halloween kitty cat meow is a beast, right? So I should have just known it's going to be a beast
category.
And beast pets are not one of my favorites. One of the reasons is I'm real big on mechanical pets, and mechanical pets destroy beast pets. And but it is a good pet for battling. Could be for PvP. I feel like if you don't hurry up and get your crouch ability off, crouch will reduce damage by 50% for 3 rounds, which is very effective. If you don't get it off soon enough, yeah, exactly, you're going to get destroyed, right? Mm-hmm. So
it does happen.
It does happen, and again, not to like poop on beast pets, but they're just not that good in my opinion. They're strong against critter pets, which you don't run into a lot, but the abilities are very unique. Now, I power leveled my pet. I just got back from vacation the other night, so I've had a day and a half to do my weekend WoW, and I power leveled it in 3 pet battles. I don't know how long it would take you to power level a companion.
I'm sorry, did you say 3?
Yeah,
so that's less than 4, right? Because I know that there's people that might have said they could do it in 4. You're saying you could do it in 3, which is better.
Absolutely. Time saving, and of course, when you do it in 3 pet battles, you can just move on to power leveling your next pet because that's the way you do things. So when I'm looking at the abilities in the first move slot, we've got Bite, which is just does a little bit of damage, but I prefer Pounce. Pounce, if you attack first, does a little bit of extra damage, so it'll hit for 269 at max level and then additional 126 damage if you attack first, right? So at max level, the Mischief has 289 speed. That's not that fast, but it's not that slow. I always put that at the medium, the average speed, and really, I do like pets faster than that. But the one move you want to do in the 3rd slot, which I've messed up the name plenty of times, my friend Lycan has corrected me, for Boding Curse. For Boding Curse. I was just testing to make sure you're listening.
Botting of any kind, whether it's botting or for botting, is illegal.
This is true, and that's
what's funny.
With the curse of it, it makes it legal, so you're okay. Don't get worried. You won't be banned. It will add a little bit of damage to every hit you use and then also reduce your enemy's speed. So this will help you with Pounce, right? So for that ability, you will... Right? For body. I was overthinking it. When you do that move, you'll reduce your enemy's speed. So I like Foreboding Curse, Crouch, and then Pounce. But it also, instead of Foreboding Curse...
Let me interject here. Before the show, I even linked him a video that showed him how to pronounce...
I feel like he's going to be like Kanye. Can I finish? But can I finish?
Jim, I know you want to talk about your pet, but I just want to say Mischief is the greatest pet in the world. On the 3rd slot, you can choose Chaos Nova, which works just like Nethergate, which if you attack first, whenever you attack, you'll swap out a backline pet from your enemy, and you'll make the pet you're going kind of go away. So it's a great way to attack. So there's just some interesting ways to add a little bit of damage and hopefully reduce damage with Crouch and attack. So yes, it is worth buying. Again, I power leveled it last night in 3 pet battles. So that's cool. Go get yours or leave a comment in the YouTube comments for your chance to win one. And iTunes listeners, please come to the YouTube channel. Now, the other big news is the first pet battle bonus event for Legion is this month. It is the 20th it starts, and it usually runs for that week period. If you're power leveling pets, then you can do a pet from 1 to 25 in 2 pet battles. Or what I like to do is try to level up, as many pets just one time, because it jumps from level 1 to 19 if you've got the appropriate pet boost. So you can really power level a lot of pets during your pet battle bonus events. So stock up on pet charms now if you can, and then buy your pet treats for 50% extra pet battle experience gained, and your lesser pet treats for 25% extra experience gain. You can stack them together, and that's how you power level a pet from. Yeah, it's mucho experience.
And your hat.
And your hat. Absolutely. Your Safari hat is very key to add the extra 10% as well. And that will allow you to level from level 1 to 19 in one pet battle during the pet battle bonus event, or from level 1 to 14 in your everyday life, right? So, yeah, that's what I have there. And then I just had a little thing I was thinking about last night as I was thinking about pet stuff to talk about and leveling up some pets. World quests, these trainers, we wait for a lot of these trainers to work on some of our pet battle achievements. Are they ever going to be just there every day? Like, I understand the need for, world quests, but after most people have their pocket pet portals for completing 30 of the 36 pet battle dailies, do we really need to have them on rotation? It's good because we get a lot of great rewards from the world quest, but a lot of us want to just finish up some of our achievements. And if that master tamer is not available, it's hard for us to get our achievement on. So just something that I was thinking about. And good luck to you in the giveaway, and enjoy your first pet battle bonus event on the 20th.
Check you out. Good stuff, man.
Jim, too, I've noticed a lot, if people are getting frustrated about the trainers not spawning, the more and more pet battles you do and the more and more of them that you start going through, I've noticed more and more of them spawning as well. Like, at first I would get like one trainer maybe, but now that I've actually done that, the Sharp Talon Raptor quest lines and stuff like that, I don't know if it's coincidental or if it's a hot fix they put in, but I've got a lot more than spawning every single time now as well.
Well, I'm not talking. So when I say I'm excluding the Falcosaurs because there's usually one or two a day. So I guess you could group those in. But pet battle fighting, dueling wise, it's usually only 3 per day. So I don't know.
Maybe it's just me seeing it that way then.
Yeah, it could be because you do miss them sometimes. Like, there's usually one almost every day in Dalaran. Not always, but in that tournament area, and then of course in the other areas. And I was not talking Falcosaur world quests because those are newer and it's not really battling, but it'll be interesting to see if we can fight them every day for Achievos.
Betty, nice. I do not have a Bell's Bites this week. I had a rough week in the Casa of the Bell. The Bell. Teenagers, man. But I will make sure that I do have Bell's Bites next week, and I do apologize. I just didn't have the mental bandwidth to make it happen. But I will be back with a vengeance with that next week, because I know all of you are so sad. You're so sad that I don't have a segment today. I know you guys are just crying right now.
Hurt.
You know what your segments need? More cowbell.
More cowbell. But we are going ahead. Before we do the Weekend Wild, let's go ahead and switch gears, and let's bring on our special guest for their segment.
Awesome.
So we are going to go ahead and welcome our new guest. So as promised, we do have, I don't want to say like a celebrity, because he's more than a celebrity. He's like legendary, right? We do have the neutral Panda double agent, aka Johnny, because that's what we call him. We do, yes, the PWNCAST golf clap. We did bring him along to talk about his recent maxing out of another session. This is 3 times you've maxed out that Panda, right?
Yes, 3 times.
Was there any kind of like drugs involved? Crack, cocaine? Like, that's some
Doritos,
serious like...
No, but some people think that, but no. Kept it drug-free.
There you go.
It's just Netflix, right?
That's good.
Yeah, TV shows, Netflix, current shows.
So how long did it take you this round? So you went from 100 to 110 in Legion. How long did it take you? How many days?
Was it about 3 months, I think?
Wow.
Now, is it getting faster?
How many hours are you doing per day?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
Some days it takes longer than others. Depends on
We're always hesitant when we want to admit to our hours of grinding.
You're in a safe circle.
Yeah. I was just curious. I mean, because I understand like it's herbalism and mining, so there's only X amount on that little island, and so. I would probably be there like a whole day.
Would you say, give me like a time in between? Like, would you say 6 to 10 hours per day? No judgment. We're gamers. We're not.
No, it wouldn't be that much now.
Oh, come on.
Uh,
Not even on a good day.
I
Not even
have
on a
spent
good
that
level
long
grind?
on there before, but
Mm.
not recently.
So,
Okay.
are you getting faster at leveling, or is it getting slower, or is it staying the same each time you do this?
I think it's staying about the same. It's just previous expansions. Like when I first started, I had to go from 1 to 90. Now it's just going up by like 10. So
Right.
it's less to go up each time that I start leveling.
So, for those who are not aware previously of you, which I don't imagine how anybody would not know who you are and what you do, when did you first decide? Like, what was the beginning of?
Yeah, what made you
Double
choose
agent.
to do this?
Like, what expansion was it? And then, yeah, I would like to know your thought process.
Yeah, it was Mists of Pandaria when I had the idea when it was still in beta, and I started shortly after the game launched, leveling this character up.
So, Mists of Pandaria launched in December of the year it came out, right? I feel like it was December.
November.
I don't think it was that late.
It wasn't December.
What was
feel
it?
like-
2009?
November, maybe. I'm not
think-
sure.
Was September
September.
25th.
Oh, yeah, I was way off. What
There you
year?
go.
September 25th, 2012.
Of 2012. So it took you how long to go from 1 to 90?
I think it. My dates are quite off now.
It's just this hazy memory of
I
mines and
feel
minerals.
like
Yeah.
I thought you said it was like 6 or 7 months, maybe. I remember when we had you on the first time. I feel like...
I mean, that sounds accurate. I mean, due to the fact that it was 1 to 90, so... And that was without heirlooms, that was without anything, right? Well, yeah, you couldn't even leave the island, so...
Yeah, and there was no mailboxes at the time, correct?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think the bind on account heirlooms came out until I was like level 89, almost 90. So it would have been impossible to use them before then.
Right.
I went on... I have a monk, so I
June
was...
21st,
June 21st.
2014.
Ooh, that is
It was over a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, the resolve.
Oh, that's kind of like when I started playing again with your brother and farming all the valor and all
Man.
that crap. Yes.
So we had
Are you-
talked about the previous stuff, and we had talked about how you would multitask with Netflix to make it easier. I know people would come and visit you. Did you get that same love, this expansion, with people coming by and like saying hello to you?
I've seen a few people when I was leveling on the island. I don't think a lot of people like pay that close attention to people when they're leveling, so
Right.
not a whole lot of people notice you. And in Legion, they changed it for people who are under level 20 don't show up in /who anymore.
Right.
So whenever you check to see who's on a line, it's like it only shows me.
Oh, that's cool though.
So it's like
Like a guy.
I have no idea how many people are in the
Are actually
zone
out there.
because-
Well, and the Monk Order Hall is located on Wandering Isle because 2 or 3 days ago when I was just kind of messing around, I was like, oh, I haven't been here in a while, let me just go, and I discovered new things I didn't even know were on the island, and I was thinking about you, and I was like, wow, he really did this. This is
Yeah,
really...
the monk hall is a different instance of the place. It's a little different, but
Oh,
most of it's the same.
how funny.
Now, I believe you have an NPC now in the game, correct?
Yes,
How
And-
cool is that?
it's
Where
in
is
the
he-
monk class hall.
Is it? I can say, is it in
Yeah.
the class hall? Because I just started rolling a monk again for heals, and I just got into the class hall and I haven't checked it yet. But so, what do you think about that? That Blizzard actually took the time to honor you, saying, "Look at this work this guy's doing," and let's go ahead and make an NPC for him.
I thought it was pretty neat. I first learned about it. I think sometime when it was in beta, but I never actually played beta myself. But
Mhm.
somebody recorded a video and showed me the NPC before
That's
it was
awesome.
amazing.
live.
That's like getting a Medal of Honor from the President of the United States. You know what I mean? That's like, or like a medal of like or like the Purple Heart. I don't want to compare it. I don't want military people to be mad at me, but I feel like the honor, the feeling is very like gratifying in that instance. I would love to have an NPC.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
named
got
after me.
recognized, by a company that you appreciate and a game you love. So, I mean, for you to do that type of work, take all that time out of your life, I mean, I think that's amazing. So,
And
But
for no other. What?
Does he have haters?
I'm sure.
Do you have haters that contact you and say mean things?
I had the same idea, and you beat me to it.
I see that more on the forums and Reddit and everything. Not really a lot of people message me.
Do people
not-
like? Do they say bad things about you, or do they get mad and they're like, "Fuck this guy"?
Yeah, there's a lot of negative comments. but
Why are people so mean?
Jealousy.
I don't
That's
know.
all it comes down to.
It's
I
just
mean,
the World of Warcraft.
Well, and I think because we've had you on 2 times, because we had you on each time you maxed when you started doing this, and I feel like maybe people don't understand. Well, I don't understand why he's doing it. I didn't understand that either, and then I just realized because he can.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's his $15
I mean,
a month.
he can.
So what?
And maybe he wanted to challenge himself to see if it's something that he could do. So, I
Right.
mean, he's fishing and mining and herbing, right? You do all those things.
I don't fish, but there is herbalism and mining that I do.
Yeah. Yeah, fishing doesn't give it experience at all.
And actually did learn how to make some gold out of that within the last couple of years.
So how, well, because you could put your stuff, you can use the mobile armory, right? You don't necessarily.
I don't have a mobile device yet, but you can go on the armory, like on the website, if you're logged into the character, and you can list the items on the armory, like
Right.
Oh, nice.
through the auction house, and then you can claim the gold through the website.
So
You
the
know,
That's
only,
cool.
the only kind of crap part about this is you can't do your artifact stuff.
No.
So you're a sad panda then, because you can't get
I'm gonna have to level up another shaman to
so that you
110.
can experience
Yeah.
it.
I'm working on the legendary campaign achievement for leveling 12 different class hall campaigns to max, and
Oh.
I'm at 7 out of 12. I can't.
Oh, man.
Wow.
My neutral shaman can't count because
Right.
I can't do the class hall stuff on it, so I'll have to level another shaman.
So now we're just getting bigger and bigger with our achievements then. We're like, we've already conquered the world of not having a faction. Now we're going to go after some big achievements so that maybe people will be less mean on Reddit.
Well, I got a lot of achievements on my warlock.
Ooh.
I'm at 91 exalted.
But you're not affliction though, right?
I was just gonna ask what spec.
That's destruction.
See, Johnny's my boy. He would never betray me by being affliction.
I used to play demonology, but I never really tried affliction because I don't really care for it.
See?
It's great. It's great.
Look how happy she is from ear to ear.
The
grin.
Warcraft fans have spoken, guys. Just stop with the affliction, okay? Well, demonology I've heard is quite fun, this expansion. I played it a little bit in beta, but it's definitely not as fun as
I've heard it's fun, so that's why I'm a level up.
the Havoc with 2 Chaos Bolts, and then the legendary I have that procs a 3rd Chaos Bolt is so pretty in Raid. It's like, I was playing with another Warlock, which is Soiled, and I was like, did you just see 3 Chaos Bolts? He's like, yeah, that was pretty gnarly. So
It procced once, and then she died, and then she didn't get to see it
No,
again.
we're not going to talk about my death because we're talking about Johnny right now. So, you guys are so rude. Just talk about my misfortunes in raiding. So, let's see. When we had you on when you did it in Warlords, and then correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure before Warlords was launched, we might have done a thing for the PDQ for April Fools. And you had recorded in PTR your panda picking a faction, and we pranked everybody.
I remember seeing that.
That post broke our website, actually. We
Yeah.
had 63,000 people in a span of 2 hours go to PDQ, and it broke the site, which was it couldn't think of a better thing to do. But somebody outed us, of course. They were like, that's
Yeah.
PTR. And me and Johnny were like, damn. Already. That was a really good prank. Johnny messaged me and was like, he was like, I want to do a thing and I want to give it to only PWNCAST. And I was like, I will take whatever you're selling. So
I accept.
what made you think of that? I wanted to talk about that because that was some people were very mad at me. They were very angry.
I was testing what would happen if I left the island on the PTR, and I got some surprising results. Like the NPCs that were normally there to greet you when you choose a faction, they were nowhere to be found.
They,
That-
they got
I
sick
don't
of
know if
waiting
it's
for you to pick a
phasing issue
faction.
or what.
They got tired of waiting for you to pick a faction.
They're like, yeah,
Probably.
this guy's not going anywhere. He's gonna be a mercenary.
We're on break. We're going to the bar.
So now I got a quest from Cadyar when I hit 110, and then it's just gonna sit in my quest log.
I seen your tweet, and you're like, "Where's this place called Delaran? I don't know anything about it."
Can't find this.
So,
Is it on the back of a turtle somewhere?
what do you do after you max out each time? What do you do on your Panda? Do you just log in and reminisce? What is it you do, or you just kind of stay away from that Panda once it's maxed? You're just kind of done.
I was actually on there earlier today doing some more mining. I had an item that I crafted like sometime last year, and I think I accidentally vendored it. So I'm gonna level up blacksmithing and remake a couple pieces of gear.
What
Dedication.
Let me try to English. Hold on, I can pull myself together for this, I promise. What herbs and ore do you get on Wandering Isle?
Copper, earthroot, peace bloom, silver leaf,
So,
and
Mage Royal?
one more. No, mage royal's not there.
Some of that stuff can sell
There's 3
depending
herbs.
on.
well, it's a good market because there's lots of times when I'm looking for older stuff
Right.
and I can never find it. And then when I do find it, it's like a bajillion gold.
Or you can just go to Elwyn Forest and
I'm
go.
not about that
pick it
farming life,
yourself.
sir. I'm about letting someone else do the work and I'll just pay them for it. That's just how I do. So,
That sounds like you're
what
talking.
did you...
There is a way to get peace bloom on the island, but it involves killing mobs and getting it off them that way.
Hmm.
It takes quite a while.
Which is... And killing mobs doesn't do you any good at the level you're at, right? Or does
No.
it... Because it doesn't change... Only
It
Legion...
doesn't scale like the Broken Isles does.
Right.
Right.
If it did, I would have hit 110 a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Which I guess we're glad we didn't, because I think then it wouldn't be as fun for you.
Yeah, almost cheapen
Yeah.
it. I mean, I don't know how you cheapen that. It's a good grind, but
You put a red stringy dress on it, Jim, and you
What's this? The
you
Matrix?
take it out to a nice steak dinner at the Ponderosa. That's how you cheapen it. I'm just kidding, guys.
A couple of years ago, I bought a ethereal soul trader with the intention of getting the gear from it, and then
Oh,
I
that'd
got
be
it.
cool.
Realized I got it, and then I realized you only get it from mobs that would grant you experience. So
Right.
I couldn't get any of this gear.
You
Oh,
missed your boat. Oh.
Sad day.
Yeah.
Sad Panda again.
So they put a mailbox on Wandering Isle now?
No.
No.
Nope.
You have to be level
There-
15 before you can even see that.
There is something I plan on doing with my neutral before the end of the year, though.
What's that? Is
Next
it an
week,
exclusive? Are we getting a Johnny exclusive right now?
Well, I do this every year, but I've been unsuccessful so far. Next week, Winter Veil starts,
Mhm.
and I've been trying to get my winter hat
Ah, okay.
Oh.
because it has a chance to drop off any low-level humanoids.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I have not gotten it.
And nobody can trade you because you don't have a faction, so nobody can
Right.
bring you provisions.
Well, it's fine on pickup.
Oh,
yeah.
it is. Anyway, huh?
So will you be grinding extra hours to get this Santa hat, sir?
Yes, I'll be on there quite a bit probably. I'll be killing stuff.
I've always said I wanted to go on and do it, but I honestly, I mean, I get bored of grinding regular, normal stuff that I need for in game. I honestly, I give you credit because I don't think I could sit there and grind out that much stuff. But I'm the person to say, hey, there's other stuff to try. But
I bet you there's a lot of Johnny Juniors that were like, I'm going to try this. And then they get to level whatever. And they're like, no.
I would have
there's
already Hulk smashed everything in my office if I attempted that.
I think I tried for 16 hours there last year. I didn't get it.
Oh, better luck.
I'm gonna try to. I'll probably put more time into it this year, trying to get it.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
We had talked last time we brought you on the show. We had talked about two other. You were leveling a hunter, and I can't remember the second one. And you were gonna do
Mage.
and you were gonna do neutral. How did that go?
My hunter's sitting at 100.
What?
I don't know if I'm gonna level him up anymore. He's sitting at 100 right now, and my mage, I believe, is 96.
So you went 0 to 100 real slow.
And you're not butte it and boost those guys, right?
Oh,
no,
man.
if you try to boost neutral,
It'll make you pick a
asks
faction.
to pick alliance or rebel. So
Oh.
you can't boost a neutral.
Nope.
I was just amazed you did it once, and I remember when we had you on last time, you had said you were going to do a hunter and a mage, and I was like, "You're fucking
Man.
nuts!" Like that is
Johnny,
just
bravo to you.
You used to have to be level 69 to train
Giggity. Sorry.
to get the exotic pets. There's like
Okay.
3 of them on the island, but now apparently you can get them at level 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell us more about these exotic pets.
There's like a Quillen. There's a Water Strider, and I believe there's another pet on there. It's been a while.
Do you sell them then once you get them?
No, it's a
Hunter
like a
pet.
No,
hunter
it's,
pet.
it's a hunter pet.
Oh, hunter. I was thinking
Yeah.
companion. I was thinking battle pet.
So you're, what spec are you? Beastmastery?
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, at least you don't have to
Master's
do
fun.
a pet list. Like, at least you could get some, a couple cool pets. The Quillen, doesn't the Quillen heal, or that's not a thing anymore? Your pets don't do stuff for you like they used to.
Quillen's battle res.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
battle
was-
res.
I only remember my husband when he played a hunter, he was obsessed with the Quillen, so.
Yeah, there's only one on the island.
Yeah.
Interesting.
There's only one of you on the island.
There is. Have you ever had, like, I imagine when I see you, like, in my mind's eye, when I'm seeing you leveling, I imagine, like, you're changing the lives of people. You know how, like, when Forrest Gump was running and then all of a sudden he looked around him and, like, all these people were running with him? So I totally, like, imagine all of a sudden you're just sitting there mining and then someone's next to you mining with you. Does that happen, or is that just all up in here?
It doesn't really happen.
Doesn't really happen. So it's all up here. Got it. That's kind
I'm
of sad.
I'm pretty sure the nodes on the Wandering Isle aren't like the Broken Isles. They'll
So they're not
disappear,
sure.
and if somebody
Right.
else is there, they can't get the node as well.
And can you
I was-
talk in Say Chat? Like, can you communicate with people on the island?
I can, yes, like in general
Okay.
chat or
Well,
whatever.
at least
But
that's
I
a
can't-
positive.
I can't tell who's there because they're all like under level 20. So I don't know if I'm talking to myself or somebody else is there.
Oh man.
If I was you, I would just randomly say really dirty things in chat just to see if anybody's like paying any
Yeah,
kind of
GM's
attention.
gonna respond.
Well, I mean, the GM would know he's just bored. They're like, oh, this guy's always here. He's just trying to entertain himself. So you have
It's the venerable shaman. He ain't got nothing else to do.
a guild that you're in because you're on Manaroth server, right? You're still on Manaroth.
Most of my 110s are on Mal'Ganis.
Oh,
I have a 110 at 105 on Velen, and I have a bunch of level 100s on Velen.
And
Have
is
you-
your guild on what server is the? Because I know we had talked about you being in a guild, and I think you do raiding, don't you? Raid.
My warlock is in a guild on Mal'Ganis.
What tune do you raid with, or is PvE not your thing?
I raid on actually 2 tunes right now. My warlock and my monk,
Okay.
Windwalker monk.
Resto.
Ooh.
Mistweaver.
Mistweaving. That's right.
Nice. You gonna give Jim a run from his money? He thinks he's the Mr. OP heals on his.
I was gonna say that I thought I was inspiring you and then Lycan to play, but maybe it was Johnny the whole time that inspired you guys to play your monks.
I got that shoulder legendary on my monk.
Nice.
Ooh,
I like that.
nice. I'll have to look at that. I just got wrists, right? I want a better piece. Like, I like the wrists, but I would rather have shoulders.
Fucking picky.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm happy to have one, but
Oh, I got a legendary and I don't like it.
I like it.
I can't say anything. That's how I was when Seeker got hers. I was like, oh man, this one sucks. And then I read it. I'm like, this thing's fantastic.
That's your res one, right?
Hell yeah, it is.
I would love
All
a
day.
res one.
Now, if I get one of my neutral, I'll be very surprised.
Oh, that'd be
That would
amazing.
funny.
I mean,
That
That'd
would
be
be.
really weird.
I wonder if somebody at Blizzard would be like, let's just give this guy a legendary. Let's, when he's killing a mob, let's give him something.
But that would give
be
him
cool.
something. Imagine he did get one, then he'd continue to grind to hopefully get more, the set.
Mhm.
and he would have more than all of us because. Just because.
And we've asked this before. You never plan on picking a faction.
No, I got enough other characters
Yeah,
that are
there's enough
at max
else.
level that I don't need to do that. It takes
It would
too long
almost
to
like
level
take
swag.
away from his grind, right? I
Right.
would think. This.
Yeah.
Huh.
if I put my time to it, I can level a character from like 100 to 110 and probably be less than a day. Because my warlock, I leveled from 100 to 110 in less than a day when the game launched, and I didn't play beta, so I didn't know where to go or anything. So I think based on how long it takes to level from 100 to 110 as a neutral, I wouldn't pick a side right now.
What happens if Blizzard abolishes the faction system as we know it, in the sense of, because there's been, I don't think they'll ever do it, but there has been a lot of conversation that seems to be picking up more speed, especially given the fact that us, Alliance, I say us as if we're all Alliance and we're not, with Alliance and Horde working together in, like, for Warlords, we semi kind of band together to, deal shit on Draenor, and then now we're both fighting, but yet like Sylvanas is kind of being a little janky, and there's like some stuff going on with Helya and like some other shit. So what happens if they at some point make it where we could communicate with each other, and then there is no,
it's just one giant faction?
Like, it's one faction, and picking a faction is no longer a thing. What do you think you'll do?
Then they'll make a mercenary class.
Stay on the island.
You'll still stay on the island. Just you'll be like, I don't want to be friends. I don't want the Horde and Alliance to be friends. So I'm just going to stay here and be my own friend.
See, he's a true Panda lore character, because those pandas for so many expansions, so many years, just said, nope, screw it. Chen did his little thing out through the world. We'll just stay here on the turtle. We'll be fine.
Yep.
I went on that turtle. I told you I was exploring Wandering Isle, and I was like, what? I never actually noticed we were on a turtle. In truth, I'm not going to lie. I did not know it was a turtle until somebody pointed it out. I had no clue it was a turtle. This was a long time ago, but I had no idea. Somebody's like, yeah, it's a giant moving turtle. What? Mm-hmm. And then so when I was on the other day and I was like checking, I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking turtle. Like, it really is a giant turtle.
Have you never gone through the starter quest?
I have, but that was so, like, in gaming life. That was like 10 years ago.
And so much that she didn't care.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, there was so much going on in Pandaland visually for me, because I had seen the same view for so long that it was like, I loved Pandaland. I loved that expansion. People were irritated with it, but I loved all the maps. Like, is literally one of my favorite expansions. So I just never noticed that it was a turtle. It just never occurred to me.
Huh?
So is there any other like odd or weird goals that you want to do with maybe another character, or do you have anything on the horizon beyond maxing out? Is there any secrets you want to tell us?
I know a few things about the island, but I don't know if I'd want to.
He'll have to kill you.
Why?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to tell us secrets? I need secrets.
Because that's why they're his.
But if you told them, then they'd be ours. We would share something together, but there's
no one's watching.
There's
we won't tell anybody else.
Yeah, we won't tell anybody. There's island secrets.
Well, if you go to the front of the turtle and try to jump on its head, you'll fall right through it.
Oh, really?
Ooh.
That's interesting.
Nice.
It's been a while since I've been on the turtle, like in the lower. Is there companion pets? Is there wild pets on there?
There's critters, but nothing that you can catch.
Oh, it'd be funny
okay.
to like grind level.
It'd be funny if there's like
25
this
pet.
random like rare pet that just spawns sporadically.
When you jump through the turtle's head, I wonder if it's because they didn't imagine somebody would randomly be like, "Let me jump through the turtle's head," and then there's of course that one guy that does.
Be on top of its head and just sailing, Titanic it.
That's so.
Yeah.
So what else you have? I know you have more secrets.
Oh, there's a way to get underneath the island.
Oh, tell me more.
No, because then they're gonna hotfix it.
That'll be a hot thing.
yeah.
Okay. Well,
Good job, Bill.
When she's done recording, we'll talk.
Although I don't think they fixed anything like getting underneath Ogrimmar or Stormwind. I think that's
Stormwind they hotfixed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they were getting invasions through that way. They fixed that in Cataclysm when you had to have group roll travel, because they would sneak in there under Stormwind, and then everybody would get summoned there, and then boom, they were up on top. If you can get underneath of that's pretty cool.
It's not really much under there, but
Yeah, but still.
Don't worry, I'm whispering you on battle.net right now to figure out how to do that.
It's this quiet place.
So we could totally hear you typing, by the way.
Uh-huh.
So maybe make it stop. Awesome. Thanks for that. So I'm going to open the floor to the guys with their questions. I asked pretty much all the things that were in my brain. So we'll leave it open for shouting out of the questions.
Well, I asked my question. I was wondering about the pets, right? And I think after the episode, I'm going to go to my class order hall and just give your statue a little salute. You know what I mean? Congrats
It's not a statue.
Excuse me, the...
Oh my.
NPC?
Yeah.
You can find him.
Yeah.
He moves around quite a bit.
Yeah, because he's mining and doing herbalism.
He's doing stuff. Lycan, you have any questions?
You said you're on Manoroth, right?
No.
Oh,
My
you're double
neutral
agent.
Panda is, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it just... there's really not much that, outside of what we've already talked about that I like. I mean, your NPC is definitely well known. For those who've not heard of his NPC, it's called the Venerable Shaman. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, a man of much respect is what venerable means for those who are less educated. But, that would be for me to get either an item. Like I've seen other people get gear named after them. Joe used to do all the Wild Marty, and he used to do all the rare spawns, got one named after him. Perculia got one named after him. But, I mean, really, to get an item named after you in game, is that something that you were looking to do, or is it just a very welcome surprise when it happened?
It was a surprise. I didn't think something like that would happen.
But definitely welcomed when you got it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cry?
No.
So I'm the only
I
one
know
that cries
Belle would.
about.
I was gonna say Belle would cry if she got an honor that big.
Well,
for
we
sure.
got when they had PWNCAST on there. We were on there for like 2 months in a row for they rotate podcasts that they like or whatever, and we were on their website 2 months in a row. And the first time I was pretty much in tears. Somebody from Twitter told me because I hadn't looked at it yet, and somebody was like, "You guys hit the big time. Well, does that mean we get paid now?" Because
Well, if we would have been there that third month,
yeah, because
it probably would have.
that third month they stopped doing it. They just started doing it again this month. We weren't on there, but I feel like we will be again. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
They have to give everybody equal FaceTime. So
Yeah.
I want to be on Scott Johnson's level. He's always on there. Like I would love to be, but he's like a legend. So
So I'm still waiting for the little working guy to show up in the Dalaran archaeology place that you can go up and ask more questions to, but he still hasn't been implemented into the game. Hint. Maybe I'll talk to Mike about it. Mike and I are on a first name
I would
basis,
slit
if
my
you haven't
wrist
known
if
that.
you got an NPC before I did. I would literally just be good to. I'm just kidding, guys. I would never do that.
I am working on that. That's going to be the new hashtag. Make like an NPC.
Too terrible. So, where can people find you, Johnny? Where can they can stalk your Twitter at Neutral Agent? Do you stream?
Haven't for a while. I might do a bit more streaming when I'm farming for my winter hat.
That's nice.
That makes sense.
Get a little bit of company.
Cheering you on.
Yeah, I like the company when I'm streaming. I'm raging. It's usually PvP, but streaming's
Yeah, but
really
think of, like-
annoying. I forget that I'm streaming, and then like I pick my nose, and I'm like, well, that was really awkward because I forgot I was streaming.
It's okay. You're only human.
This is how you put somebody on the spot. So we're thinking about getting the stream back up and running for PWNCAST again. Maybe if you're looking for your winner's hat and you're bored, I can make a neutral panda and come out and help you out. Hint, hint.
That
Sure.
awkward moment when he
See?
just like
See?
sold out on live.
That's where you ask your guests. You don't ask them behind the
That's
scenes
true.
because if they're on camera,
It's true.
you can't
You're
say
right.
no.
You're right. Well, where is your Twitch so that people can follow you on Twitch?
It's Neutral Agent.
So everything is at Neutral Agent. Do you have a YouTube channel, or you're not into that kind of thing?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel as well.
Ooh.
Fancy. What's
You have a
is
new
it also
subscriber.
at Neutral Agent?
No.
We're not that fancy either. I can't get them to change our URL. Like they. Well, let me change
It's
it.
at Johnny1WB.
Johnny1WB.
Okay.
So make sure you guys go and give him a subscribe, give him a follow on Twitch, follow him on Twitter at Neutral Agent, tweet him weird things and be like, hey, PWNCAST sent us to tweet you weird things. I'm not saying dick pic, guys. I'm talking about other weird things. Maybe a bowl of mac and cheese. Tweet him some bacon. I don't know. But please don't make it weird because...
Maybe a picture of some herbs.
Panda got panda butts from in-game?
Panda butts, I think, are acceptable because panda butts are amazing.
I'm gonna work on
I
it.
don't look at a lot of panda butts, but they're... I lie. I do look at a lot of panda butts. I'm trying to pretend like I don't.
Panda.
That's so weird. Awesome. Well, we want to thank you for joining us. You have been here. This is now the third time in a row, and we are super excited that you were here, and we are happy that we get to take this journey with you. And hopefully we'll have you back on again. We will monitor your hat finding progress.
Yes.
And we'll make sure that we report back and make sure you keep us in the loop if you do get it. Is there anything that you want to say to all the people listening out there? The whole 5. Just kidding. There's more than 5. There's 6.
We need more neutrals to do neutral raiding of Emerald Nightmare.
Oh, is that a thing? Is that possible?
No, it's not possible.
It's not possible.
I still ask people.
What?
I opened up a thing in Group Finder, and nobody joins.
Oh, that's so
Maybe it's your item level.
When
You're dumb.
nobody joins, it times out.
Oh.
Aw, does it make you sad?
Doesn't make 'em
It's
happy.
expected.
Well, I've seen
Yeah.
people like put stuff in the group finder for like finding a girlfriend.
I don't think I've ever seen anything in Group Finder on Wandering Isle.
Oh,
they
you
have-
don't get to see like all over the world group
I don't
finder?
think so.
No.
It's only neutral stuff, so there's like nothing there.
Interesting. So you really are like the redheaded stepchild.
I mean, I can open the dungeon finder, but everything's like locked.
Huh.
And even if it wasn't locked, I don't have the item level for any of that.
Interesting.
And you can't queue for a battleground or anything, right?
Can't do
Nope.
anything.
No.
Oh no, that would be fun.
Yeah, that's interesting.
The squishiest panda ever.
Well, and he
Getting
would be
attacked on both sides.
yeah, he would be pretty much just camped, I guess, if that was even.
Well,
a
yeah, it was a
possibility.
dumb question because I realized you're not a faction, so how would you
Actually,
queue
I
for a
think
battleground?
as a neutral, you wouldn't be able to be attacked by either side, so you just sit there and look at everybody.
I think that
That'd be interesting.
you don't realize how important having a faction is until you don't have one, and you think of all the things that you cannot do without it, which is, I would like to, I guess that doesn't, there was no point in that. I'd like to see Blizzard open some things up for neutral, but I guess it wouldn't make any sense for them.
It'd just be
you'll
Johnny
inspire.
queued by himself, like no one would join the queue like for his level.
Well, maybe you'll inspire a third faction, a neutral faction that is,
That's what I'm saying. It'd end up being like a mercenary faction.
If you go on my reputation tab on my character, it shows like the Alliance factions
Mhm.
and the Horde factions, and they're all neutral.
Ooh.
That's pretty.
Really?
That's pretty cool, actually. Interesting. Huh.
So you'd probably be able to take like a flight path from like an Alliance area to a Horde area.
That would be actually really funny.
And you can't I know we were winding down to end, but I was just curious, that made me think there's no way to get off the wandering island. Like you can't like try to float out past fatigue, take a kite off the top of something. Like there's no possible way you could do that.
Not really, no.
The hesitation kind of makes it seem like
Yeah,
it is.
I like the not really part.
I have never been off the island on Double Agent. I'll just say that.
But I feel like
Well,
you've attempted.
Do I know how to get off the island? Maybe, but I have not done it on Double Agent.
Probably because
Well, I know-
you didn't want to get in trouble, I would imagine, and like compromise.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense though. I wouldn't want to compromise my account.
Well, I know there's some ways that if you die like in Northrend, you go off, and if it doesn't know where to respawn you, then it will respawn you either in what's the place right below Stormwind? Because I've done that by accident, set my flight to auto fly, and
Westfall?
yeah, Westfall, and you'll end up at
Westfall
West.
if you're Alliance, and Barons if you're Horde.
Yeah, it just like randomly just sticks you there because it doesn't know where. I wonder if that would happen.
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so. We'll have to try that.
I
Say
mean,
try and
you try jumping off the turtle, it respawns you on the island. Like,
Okay.
you can't even drown out there. Like, if you try to jump out off the turtle, because it ports you.
Okay.
It says you, like, washed ashore.
Interesting. Well, I was just like, I wonder, because if it were me, like, I do that stuff in Suramar, trying to get to places that I can't, like, they have locked for obvious reasons, because we'll probably unlock those things sometimes later, but I'll find, like, a really high peak, and I'll try to, like, cheat my way in there. And sometimes they're kind of assholes, and there's an invisible barrier, and you're like, oh, I just hit this invisible wall in the middle of the air. Well, fuck you too, Blizzard. And then it's just embarrassing, because then you're down there with a lot of angry mobs because you tried to fly in there. So the hunter, because the hunter has special flight pass, so one of the hunter's flight passes on top of a peak right above a place I've been trying to sneak into, and I only made it in there once and I died, and I got really excited when I rolled a hunter and was like, oh, the flight path is right there for me to just hop down. Well, when you hop down, there's an invisible barrier, and it doesn't let you in it, and I was like, huh. All right. I'm just going to stand here. And I was like really sad looking in through this invisible barrier trying to. They're mean. Mean people. Mean people.
Yeah.
Well, your hat, I really would like your hat. If you could give it to me, that would be amazing.
I love this hat.
It's like the best hat ever. It's better than mine. I have the not movie quality. I have the $1.99 version of what you have.
Looks fancy. Looks like toothpaste.
Well, and this is sequins. Like, who put sequins on a Santa hat? Did Santa have I don't.
Never know. Miss Claus might have been bored.
Well, either that or the mistress clause. I mean, that happens. I'm not.
Yeah, this one
true.
too.
Ooh.
Oh, see,
He's got a nice
Like,
one.
really soft.
So I guess Christmas is your favorite holiday then.
Oh yeah.
Is your Christmas tree up in your house?
Yep.
Humbug.
Everybody listening and watching, do you do a real Christmas tree or do you do a fake Christmas tree?
They're called artificial.
It's an artificial Christmas tree.
No, you broke my heart. Oh,
You see, I leave it up year round, kind of thing, you know.
oh you
It
do?
It has Nintendo decorations.
Oh, no.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to tweet a picture of
I
said
was just
tree.
going to say that too,
Yeah.
yeah.
Going to need you to tweet a picture of said tree because that is amazing.
And before you leave, just sing us your favorite Christmas song.
Yeah,
Take us out
let's
with,
end this before we end with your nice singing voice. We do want to thank you for being on PWNCAST. We love you as always. Make sure you guys follow, tweet, stalk him, tell him we sent you. Go hang out with him on the Wandering Isle. He's on Manora server. Go be friends with him. Go help him sit there awkwardly because he can't do much but fish in mine, or not fish, you don't fish, but do all the other things. So make sure you guys go check him out. Congratulations again on reaching another max and another I don't know what I was going to call it, but it's an expansion. So weird. I think I was going to call it another realm, which is not exactly what it is. I'm tired.
That's not it.
So we're going to end this. Johnny, serenade us your favorite Christmas carol and go.
No.
It's like,
You're
no.
the one. This is Belle.
I figured he might surprise me and sing, but I knew he wouldn't.
He probably has this, like, golden voice.
Well, Johnny's like the song
I sing quite a bit at work, but
sing it then. See
Not on
if
the
you.
spot.
no.
If
We
you
didn't give him the right budget. We didn't sign him for enough to get a
It's
song.
true.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to speak with his agent. Interesting.
Just
So
a
no song.
secret.
We're not getting any
Yeah.
songs. No.
Is Secret his agent? Saucer, use agent?
Negative.
Agent? No.
I don't know what's going on right now, so this
Me
is super
neither.
weird. But yes, thank you for being here with us, Scrubs. We appreciate it.
I understood that, Gemma. I got it.
It was bad.
This is why we can't have nice things.
He was reaching.
Yeah, it was a reach.
We love you, Johnny.
Salute.
You're fantastic, man.
Absolutely. Salute to you.
And you guys don't go anywhere because we're not done. We have the Week in WoW right after this. What a great time that was with Johnny. I love having him on. And I love that he
like
had a
that
camera
guy.
this time.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good people. He's very, very nice. Like, I know you've talked about him in the past, you know, even when we've talked outside of the show, but I didn't know what he looked like. I had no idea.
We
who
didn't
this
either.
person
We
was.
had no idea what he looked like.
And I didn't expect, his tone. I had no idea, but
He's so
very, very nice guy. Like,
soft-spoken.
Yeah, great person. So
When we had him on
Pleasure to
last
have him.
time, somebody had said he is just so super like a man of few words, and it's difficult
Right.
as hosts to try to have to like we got to try to pull them out of their
Right.
little shy zone. But somebody had said, did you feel like what's his name in Fifth Element? And every time he gave him the mic to say something, it was like one word. But Johnny made notes this time. Like he came prepared.
Oh, did
'cause
he really?
And I didn't give him anything I asked. He just knows like what the stuff that we ask him. So he was pretty prepped with information. I was pretty happy.
You're trying to steal some of his secrets.
I was
Not
trying to
them,
steal
but, like,
secrets.
Get them out of
Well,
him.
no, I was
Yeah.
trying to steal them. I'm not lying.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
You're telling the truth. So let's go ahead and get into our weekend wow. Lycan, what did you do this weekend wow?
I bought my daughter Legion, and I am so
Yes.
happy. So
Aye.
Bella's playing again, and she started a druid. She was,
Nice.
she likes her warlock and everything, but she had the free 100 boost, and she goes, "What do I pick?" I said, "I don't know." She wants to try out different specs. So I said, the best one to try out then is a druid. You could
Because
do,
it has
you
a
could try rain,
plethora.
right?
Yeah.
Plethora.
Like that
Like,
word?
what's
That's the only word you're getting out of me today.
But we got to level 102, and I'm leveling my monk with her, and she won't level without her. She goes, "Nope, you got to stay the same level as me." So we're going through it, and she's learning about the artifact weapons, and she's loving it. And so pretty much my week, between the migraine headaches, I've had migraines all week, and it's been horrible. But between that and the time that I have gotten to play has been spent playing with her. And we just really are having a blast. And again, it's nice to sit back, Yeah, she's a little young. She's 11 years old. I monitor what she does. Her computer literally is sitting right here. But it's a great bonding thing.
Yeah,
And we'll sit
absolutely.
there and have a blast together, and it's something that she knows that I love. And she's getting into the game, and it's something that she's interested in playing. So, try your kids with it.
Right.
It's not all blood and gore. It's not like you're playing Call of Duty or you're playing, CSGO or anything like that.
Nothing
My
against those games,
6-year-old plays
but-
Call of Duty,
Right.
so I'm not judging.
Your
Oh.
6-year-old plays other games that we're not going to declare on here.
Well, we had a fight about that. There was some GTA action happening, and he was in a strip club, and I'm like, "Can I help you?" And then he
That was when
quickly-
I was there.
Remember, he quickly paused to try to pretend like he wasn't in there because he knew he was wrong for it. That's what makes it worse, is that he knew that Mom was not going to be okay with what was going on.
Well, Mama don't know.
I think I
won't
just sat on the
hurt
couch
her.
when that shit happened too.
I was mad too because I was like, "That's
hey,
not appropriate. He should not be
that's a strip
learning.
club.
He shouldn't be learning how to buy hookers until he's at least 8. You know what I'm saying? Like at least."
That's the appropriate.
I think it's
age.
great that you game with
Oh
your
my
children.
gosh.
I'm not allowed to play with my son because he plays first-person shooters and I'm not good at it, and he gets mad because his side loses because I'm on his team.
Sounds like a raid team.
Yep.
Aw, sad day.
Too soon.
Sad day.
Said Panda.
When everybody's sitting there going, "Sam can leave and we can actually down his boss," that would
Oh
be
my god.
And I don't even mind. I don't
And
even
it's really
mind.
nothing about you. That's the bad part. It has nothing to do with you. It's just like a good luck charm now. Is every time you leave,
It's what it really is, Bella. It's not the damage. It's not the mechanics. It's literally the loss of health that damn boss takes. That's all.
I
it is.
didn't hurt my feelings at all. My father's like, "I get better DPS than you." Okay, you're cool. I mean, roll yourself a treat because I don't give a fuck. Like, you're cool. I don't care. Everybody always tries to compete with me with PvP, right? I don't care
Can we
about the
don't?
PvE stuff. But then when you link me achievements, please don't link me achievements from 2009. I'm gonna need you to come at me with some current shit because I got achievements from 2009. So if you're gonna try to come to me and be like, "I'm a better PvPer than you," I'm gonna need to see something in the now, not something before they invented swords. If you could do
I'm
that.
gonna link you my Grand Marshal title.
I have a way to prove to everybody that you're a better PvPer than them. Start dueling them.
No, I don't duel. I don't duel for a reason because I want to keep my friends, and if I dueled my friends, I would not have any because I'm not happy when I PvP and lose.
Did I duel
So
you?
it's easier when I'm fighting.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
fighting
duel you.
faceless targets. You know.
I got her to do it once with me.
One
I
time,
got
and
her
it
to
was an
duel me.
accident because I clicked, and I had no choice because I meant it was.
Can I duel you after the show?
No.
On my rogue. Rogue against Warlock. Let's do it.
Did you do anything else, Lycan?
Pretty much that's it.
That's it. Gemma,
Yeah.
what did you do this week in your World of Warcraft? A big fat nothing.
Escapades.
Whoa, you're profiling me. For one, while I was on vacation, I was doing those quests in my order hall from my phone.
That does not count from your phone.
You're right. No, I actually had a week and while, but like I'm a little like I kept not using the app for the start of Legion, and then like before I left on my plane, I'm like I set my alarm 2 hours before I was supposed to wake up to get the next 4-day quest going.
Oh, that sounds like BlizzCon with the other. I'm gonna get up so I can.
Yeah.
Right?
So the problem when I was at BlizzCon, I didn't have enough order resources. So now that I did, and then
No, we're
now,
talking about another game you woke up for.
The game we're not allowed to talk about.
Oh yeah, I had to collect. But me being a noob on the phone app, you can just start those quests from your phone. So don't be a Jimma. Use your phone. It was very cool.
Be a Banks.
Be a right. So I got back late Saturday night, and a couple evenings of WoW. I bought my Mischief Kitty. We power leveled it in 3 fights, and some more PvP. I was very disappointed while I was gone. Disappointed but understanding. We've talked about Lycan and Hots and I doing PvP, and I want to get my 100 wins for my mount, and I'm only 23 wins in. But there was a couple weeks where I wasn't PvPing, so you really can't be mad at a season ending if you're not doing it solid every week. So it's once the new season starts, we'll get going again, and I've almost prestiged that first.
Maybe started it earlier this time.
Yeah, well, you know what the thing was, I did start early. I just there was that in between where Cody, Hots and I were just getting the one win each for the crate or whatever, and then we weren't continuing. So okay. My WoW really suffers when I don't have certain people to play with, right? Like I don't mind grouping up with randoms. Ooh,
I have a solution for you.
Yeah.
Try asking your other friends to play with you instead of just being specific.
Son.
Well, you mean, are you referring to yourself or like other NPCs? Yeah. No, you're the people that I'm talking about. You're my friends that I've played with, and we haven't played that much because it's a lot of energy when you're trying to group up with people, or especially with threes, right? You don't know any of these people and you want to run a string of 10 games. But it was a short week in WoW, but we power leveled some pets and got some quests done while I was on vacay. Some stuffs, yeah. What about you, Secret Sauce? You do any WoWing?
I did. So, did a lot of Kara this week. Ran it with the guild. Ran it with a friend's guild. A buddy of mine had never been inside Karazhan, the new Karazhan, excuse me. So he got to see that. Didn't get crap from that place because it dislikes us tremendously. Raided. Finally did a Mythic 10. Mythic 10. Yes,
how'd that go?
Actually today. It was fucking awful. So of all the Mythic pluses to not do Arcway, it was insane. Yeah, it was gross.
I've done it is a bad time. 7 is a bad time. Is that what you did? A 7?
I did 10.
Okay, I did a 7, and I literally wanted to crawl in a hole and die.
No, this took 2.5 hours, and I had
Dude,
errands
I know.
today.
I've been there.
So,
it's, oof.
like the 45-minute timer, Blizzard can kiss my ass. Like that was they need to give me another 45 on top of that because just the first initial trash pull is disgusting. We did end up clearing it. Shout out to Wayward Enforcers, Turian, Aqua, Yak, Zinip. They've helped us in the raid in the past during Hellfire. So they're really good people, really, and some are from Anaheim, and I was supposed to hang out with them during BlizzCon. I kind of forgot, but things happen. But yeah, it was really fun. But 10, not the business, especially not that damn place. So that and we raided tonight. Riders still 2 of 3. Normal. Trial of Valor, but I mean it's a learning process. A lot of people weren't there last week to get to see it, so and the nerfs kicked in, so it'll get better. It's just we still got the AOTC, so it's still
those
a win.
Those Mythic pluses should be easier in a couple patches, right? Based on like us getting new gears. Like I know there'll be new levels, but so like 20 might be the new 10.
15 I think is the highest right now.
Right now, okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm just saying when I was standing in the BlizzCon store line, some dude was talking about like a Mythic 17. So I mean, he could have been full of shit.
It might have been, because I know 15 is when you get the artifact appearance.
Oh.
There's special skins and stuff you get at 15.
Interesting.
So that's my goal, is just to get to 15.
Well, my goal was to get the achievement that didn't happen. So
Interesting.
yeah.
For you,
And
Belle.
Belle, yes.
So, I didn't have much of a weekend in WoW, which is kind of crappy. I didn't do much, but I did do my time walking on Bell, and I did do my time walking on my Hunter. We just knocked it out real quick. The time walking on Bell was terrible because it's tough when you have tanks that don't, like, especially because some of them have never seen this content, and it's a crapshoot, and when we can't have a tank in guild, it was just really a bad time. But it was a little bit easier because Remedy was tanking on his Paladin, which is nice because he's always, when we're in like Curse or Calm, like he's always yelling at the tanks anyway, not to them because we don't get on, like we don't,
Right.
but like with me and him, he's like yelling at what the tanks should be doing. So it's nice for him to kind of take charge to be able to do that. And then I have a tank. So that's pretty much my focus. I'm working on things with the guild. Next week we're launching the mythic runs and the heroic runs for the guildies, with the officers are going to have set times each day when they're going to do runs for guildies that need this content. They'll always know that they can log in, and during this time and this time every single day there will be an officer available to put these mythic runs and heroic runs together for guildies that need runs. Then we're revamping the events, getting those started in January. A lot of focus with the guild because it hasn't been focused because of BlizzCon, so I'm just basically working on that. And we did all of our Christmas shopping already because we did it all at Amazon. I'm only waiting for 2 more items to drop in price. And then I'm completely finished, which means a lot more game time.
Good?
Well, it means game time for me on the weekends. I don't have to use
be
it
a
going
gangster.
out and shopping. It just means I have...
You don't leave the house.
I do around Christmas time, okay?
You said you did it all on Amazon.
Yeah, not this time. I was not driving all over the place. We were not fighting crowds of people in traffic. I ordered everything on Amazon. I'm waiting for 2 sets of items. I'm waiting for the Fire Stick to go back down on sale because I know it's going to go back to $29, and I'm waiting for the Fire tablets. The 7s just went on sale like 2 minutes ago. I was checking while you guys were talking. But I am, if you guys need help
like
shopping,
this?
yeah, you guys need to go
Hey,
to Amazon, have
You guys
Prime,
can
do
see
your thing.
yourselves.
Yeah,
That's
it's
kinda weird.
It's me.
It's kind of weird. But if you're doing Christmas shopping, guys, do a lot of your shopping Amazon. Have Prime. It's freaking, it's like...
You ain't the boss of me.
No, I'm helping you. Like, if you, like, I'm helping you.
Yeah.
Literally, we shopped for 20 people on Amazon, and I was done in 2 seconds. And packages just keep arriving, and it's so much fun.
Can you tell Amazon to ship more products to Canada?
I agree,
'Cause,
they
like,
really should.
most
Amazon's
do not.
taking over the world. Don't you worry. They'll establish bases in other...
So is Uber. I took my first Uber
Uber's
this week.
may or may not be serial killers sometimes, so...
Why is it cold in Arizona so early? It's freezing.
Because mountains? I don't know. But that's pretty much what I did for my weekend. WoW.
Like,
Can I
has
make
something.
a PSA?
I'm sorry.
No.
Can I add a PSA, public service announcement?
Yeah.
This week, we have a wonderful guild. And when I say we're family, we are truly a
Is
great
it just
family.
this week, or...
Well, no, but this
Every
week, we had
This
a
week was a
particular...
big deal.
We had a guildie that had been missing for almost 3 weeks. And I'm not going to say names. But
when we say
finally
missing,
tracked
he
him
didn't
down-
log in, and he always
Yeah.
logs in. And if he's not going to be on, he always tells me. There's
Right.
going to be an extended period of time where he's away from game, and he did not tell me.
Please, if you see that your friends and you know, as we call them, I mean, they truly are, our family members are not in game, and you know, these people check in on. You know, we had a guildie that had some major health concerns, and it was nice to see an entire guild pull together and
This
stock
person was
his
literally,
ass.
hunted down.
Yeah.
I
We
called
had people-
hospitals, ladies and gentlemen. I was not
Yeah.
fucking around. I was literally Googling his location and finding the radius of the hospitals in his area. I was not playing. I was messaging his family on Facebook. I sent somebody who he was best friends with, his son. His son went over there twice. Like, I was not playing around. I next on my list was I was calling the cops.
It was so nice to see the entire guild and everybody. Like you said, you were sending people to houses and calling hospitals. I was hacking systems to get telephone numbers, and
We were doing big
you know, we
things.
found them. And you know, check on your friends and your family and guild. And
Yep.
it's very important to them.
Well, a lot of people live alone, you know. There's a lot of people that don't have people to check on, and it is a scary thought. It was very eye-opening when I realized that any one of my guildies, if I haven't seen somebody on, there could be a guildie, there could be several of them that died, and I didn't even know it. I would have no idea, because
Right.
some guilds, there's just a slow level of interaction. Not this guild. I stalk you. I know your whole life. I know your dog's name. I know what's in your kitchen cabinet because I want to be connected. So, yeah, it was so good to know that he was okay. I knew something was wrong. Like, I knew it just was not, like, other people were like, well, maybe he's just taking a break. That's just not how he is. And when you know your people, you know what's out of the norm for them. So, and most of our guildies are good about telling me about extended breaks because they know I worry. So, it was just really good to see that he was okay. So, yeah, good things. We love you, Vel. I'm going to call him out because he doesn't give a damn. He loves us anyway. Okay. So that's Velitrius. He's our guild grandpa, and I love him to pieces. Yep. Literally, he's been one of the best things to ever happen to writers. And he's the guy that always looks out for everybody. He's just super... He golfs, and I don't judge him for that.
Shouldn't. What's wrong with you?
Golf is not my get down. I don't know. It's confusing.
He was in raid tonight too, and it was so nice to hear his voice. You know, when you miss somebody like that, and they pop in a raid, and you're like, oh, thank God! And everybody was just so happy to see him. Check on your guildies.
Good word.
Hashtag cute, hashtag family, hashtag PWNCAST.
Hashtag fan favorite. What? Just kidding.
What?
We are going to go ahead and get on out of here because it has been a long week and a long night, and I know we are exhausted. Thank you guys so much for giving us your ears and your eyes for an hour and a half, maybe almost, and your... No, I'm not saying it. You try to trick me. But we thank you for spending your time with us. Every time we get an email or like a comment, a view, it's a good thing, and I love it. It's good. So, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. Make sure you comment below. Tell us what you think. If you're listening on iTunes, send me a little email and let me know your story. We already did it. Tell me what's in your fridge. Tell me what's in your medicine cabinet.
Will you say it for us?
No, I'm not saying it. Sorry, I'm not saying it. But we are going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and we will see you when we see you. I got awkward really quickly because I'm tired. We're gonna
next Monday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Take care.
Next Monday.
Be a phone.
I want you to say it once at the end of the show. Come on.
No, I can't. I cannot.
What is she trying to say?
He wants me to say that shit she says when she. I can't do it.
All right, I'll tell you later, Jim.
What does she say? You're
why
all
don't
in my
you just do it?
face. What does she say?
Can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't feel my face.
I love your hearts.
I can't be a party to that. I said it one time. When did I say it? Last week?
Yeah, at the meeting.
Oh, I did. I said it at the officer meeting, huh?
Uh-huh.
Then what?
You didn't know why, though. That was the funniest.